All right, y'all. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is, whenever you see this. Yes, I am driving and doing a video blog, but hey, hands-free for safety. Promise y'all I'm not driving this rig and messing with my cellular device. That would be against the law. I want to do another video about some of my plans as I am running for sheriff of Harrison County, Mississippi, my home. Some of y'all that have known me for a long time are going to hear a little bit different tune, because the more I've been thinking about stuff, the more that some of the programs that I've previously been against, I actually see a benefit to for the general public safety of our community. One of those things I want to talk about is civil asset forfeiture. The way a lot of departments use it, I disagree with it. You know, pulling people over that have large amounts of cash and then seizing it with no other evidence of a crime, yes, I am against. 100%. There are people that, you know, drive around for whatever reason. Could be lawful, could be unlawful, or fly, or whatever, with large amounts of cash on them. I'm not talking about those people unless I can prove that they are engaged in some kind of criminal activity. I don't think those people ought to be molested. Just my opinion. However, if you're a dope dealer, and I believe that a lot of the safety issues and a lot of the public safety issues in Harrison County are due to dope. I believe its root cause is illegal drugs, narcotics. And that's what I'm going after. I believe that if we eliminate a drug dealer's way of making a living, either by sending him to prison or taking his car, taking his truck, taking his house, I believe they'll get the message and go somewhere else and get out of our community. And I do believe that in its inception, this is what civil asset forfeiture was meant to do. I know it was, you know, civil asset forfeiture is, yeah, it goes back to the RICO days, and it was meant to fight organized crime. Well, drug dealers, in my opinion, they are an arm of organized crime. I'm not saying that all of them are in gangs or all of them are in some sort of organization, but a lot of them are. And the best way that I feel that we can combat this is to make Harrison County so business unfriendly for these people that they're going to lose everything or do it somewhere else. If we make it so hard for them to reap the reward of their labors, it's just not going to be worth doing it. Just my opinion. And the way I intend on doing this is civil asset forfeiture. We pull over a vehicle that's got enough narcotics to where there is a prima facie case for possession with intent to distribute, seize the car. Doesn't matter who it belongs to. If there's somebody that's using a piece of property to cook meth on, seize that property. If the proceeds of dope is buying some dope dealer's mama a house, seize it. It's ill-gotten gains. Crime is going to cost people in Harrison County when I am sheriff. It's not going to pay. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you your freedom. It's going to cost you your ride. It's going to cost you your house. It's going to cost you your property. I don't care if it's been in your family 15 generations, or if you made enough to where you bought it with cash. Well, you can't really buy a house with cash anymore. That's kind of a thing in the past. That kind of went away with RICO, and of course the Department of Homeland Security is cracking down on stuff like that. But there's ways to prove it. And it's not too hard of an investigation. A good forensic accountant can do that. But I say we seize it, auction it, and split it up however the state says we have to. Put that money back in the community. Put it back into the department. Maybe help out some charities. Maybe start a scholarship for, deputy's kid or whatever. We have to figure out a way to make this money that we're seizing benefit the community, and we also have to come up with some ways to make it not worth it for people to commit these felonies in Harrison County. We used to do things like that. When I was a kid, I remember seeing trucks and cars, and they'd have a sticker on the back that says, "This vehicle was paid for by proceeds of drug money," or "This vehicle was confiscated from a drug dealer." I don't see a lot of those anymore, and I don't understand why. It's so simple. Yeah, I know people are going to give me pushback on it. Well, Anthony, a lot of dope crimes are victimless crimes. No, they're not. Well, who's they hurting by, just trying to make a little extra money, times are tight. Guess what? Hey, obviously I'm working. I'm out here, I'm driving this semi. I know times are tight. I know what it means to wonder if I've got enough money to pay the rent, pay my light bill, and put food on the table. I know what it means to struggle. But you know what Anthony's never done? Never sold dope, never done dope. Wouldn't want to do dope. I like living too much. I like the fact that I don't have any felonies on my record too much. I like my freedom. I like my health. Okay, so driving this truck ain't too healthy. Hey, guess what though? It's productive. It's a legal paycheck. And I ain't hurting nobody out here driving it. What does meth do? Meth kills people. Fentanyl kills people. Cocaine, heroin, synthetic cannabinoids. They hurt people. They kill people. I'd love somebody to sit there and tell me, oh, well, spice ain't deadly. Yeah, okay. Tell that to those inmates that I have seen with holes in their brains from smoking that stuff. You tell me it ain't deadly. I dare somebody tell me fentanyl ain't deadly, considering I lost a friend of mine to it this year in Florida. Somebody I've known about 25 years. Well, about 23 years I've known her. Tell me meth ain't deadly. Tell me that K2 ain't deadly and dangerous to law enforcement when I have fought people on K2. I've had uses of force against people on K2. They get that superhuman strength. And that right there, yeah. I seen a one-armed, 170-pound convict put 8 COs in the hospital. And one arm. His right arm was drawn up like this here. That left, especially on that stuff, oh yeah. And these were seasoned, experienced, veteran COs. Anybody want to tell me that dope ain't dangerous, ain't deadly, and doesn't hurt the community? You're a fool. So let's make Harrison County the most business unfriendly county in America for somebody to sell dope in. That's what I want to see. You know, I'm not saying that I want to be on some crusade, but you know what? You give me the opportunity, I'm going to show y'all that I am on a crusade to make Harrison County a safer place to live, a safer place for the law-abiding citizens to do business in, a safer, more hospitable place for our tourists. Let's face it, our tourists, again, may not be a fan of the casinos. I'm certainly not a fan of a lot of the events on the coast. They're here, nothing I can do about it. When I'm sheriff, my job is to make sure that those people are safe while they are visiting in Harrison County. That's my job. Let's make it happen. That's a surefire way to make it safer. Start busting these dope heads. Start busting these dope dealers. I also want to start cataloging gangs. know street gangs are not as big as they were, or as prevalent, I guess, as they were. Not as in your face, you know. You don't see people walking around with gang rags like South Central LA in the 90s. But they still exist. And a lot of the big pain in the asses are hybrid gangs. These are the ones that recruit in and out of prison. We had a big one that I hadn't heard from in a while called the Simon City Rolls down on the coast. I've dealt with them working in corrections. I dealt with them working as a bail bondsman. Let's catalog them. Let's get intel on them. I know they started to get a crackdown on them years ago. I think we need to bring that back. I'd like to see if the Coastwide Task Force is still doing business. I'd love to see that. I don't know if they are or not. I'm telling y'all, my goal is to make y'all safe. And I need y'all's help to help me do that. Again, this is not a smear campaign against the current sheriff. My opinion is I can do the job a whole lot better. That's why I'm asking you for your vote. I'm not asking because I'm on some ego trip. I genuinely believe everything that I say, and I genuinely mean everything that I say. And I will use every legal means at my disposal if y'all give me the opportunity to show y'all that Harrison County is all about fool around, find out. Because you come down here, you start fooling around, I will let you find out. You start coming down here thinking that you're going to commit felonies, you're going to find out. Got some other points I'm probably going to do more videos on, but right now it should suffice for a big one. By the way, I'm not asking for any donations. I want to let this out. I'm not asking for any campaign contributions or anything. I don't want your money. You can do me a favor by spreading the word. Campaign will officially kick off probably in about a year. Right now, I'm just testing the waters to see what kind of response I get. But I want to make this clear. This ain't about the money for me. I will say this since I'm talking about money though. I'm not sure what the sheriff's salary is. But when I take this job, whatever a captain is getting paid, I'll take that salary. Because I believe that the extra over it can be better spent, kicked back into the department. I'm not sure what the pay structure of the sheriff's department is, but I'm sure I can live on whatever they're paying a captain. Y'all take care. Y'all got any questions, give me a call, 228-337-2099. If I don't answer the phone, shoot me a text. I'll answer any question you got. Y'all have a good day.